Hey everyone, it's me Emily. Today I'm showing you 5 different ways to use and create waterfalls on your island. Actually, the reason I named this account Crossing Falls was because I loved using waterfalls on my island so much, so it feels really fitting to make this video. I've put these in a rough order where I feel they get a bit harder as we go on, so there's a whole range of complexities in the build. And with that, let's get on with the video. Starting with a small and simple idea, which is especially great if you have a pretty full island already or you're new to waterforming. For this, we're going to use waterfalls to highlight a specific item. I'm starting with a cliff of 4x4 or 16 tiles, and then I personally like to round the edges for a more natural look, but feel free to leave them straight if that fits your island better. If you have a design code like a puddle, I find the best spot for it is this one right here, just left of the center. Then today the item I wanted to feature is this baby bear, and I'm pushing him right into the corner, and now we are ready to waterscape. There's a flat edge at the front of the cliff, and then one just to the left, and then all I'm doing is connecting these together. When you get to this meeting point, the first time you use the water tool, it will leave a rounded edge. If you want it to be a sharp corner, just dig again, and then to take it back to rounded, we just fill in that space and dig once. All that's left is to fill in the rest of your cliff with whichever items you want. I'm going for a bit of a foresty theme, so I'm going to use some wood and mushrooms. You can also make this build way bigger if you have space, so just play around with adding bigger cliffs. I really like this method as it's an easy way to add some water to your island without taking up a lot of room, and I have quite a few of these kind of fairy style waterfall cliffs scattered around my island. If you've been in the community for a while, you've probably already seen this idea, but I couldn't do a video on waterfalls and not include it. We're starting by making a river, and this needs to be a minimum of 3 tiles wide, and then what I'm doing is every other tile I'm going to leave a patch of land. Now typically this build would go towards something important like your airport or museum, but I just don't have that much space on my island, so for now what I'll have this build lead to is the teddy bear yet again. And I very quickly added some moss to the stepping stones, and now we'll get on to prepping our cliffs. So the smallest you can make your cliffs is 2 wide in order to be able to put water at the top, and I'm going to build these up along both edges of the river. Then we just need to climb on up and add water to the inner edge. The game automatically connects this with the river below, so it will all flow together really nicely. And this is both edges done. You can place items up here if you'd like to. And then when you come up to the river, you've got these really cute stepping stones. You just need to hold yourself and make yourself run towards them, and this is such a cute and pretty build. I really like it. My third idea is a way to make waterfalls look cute on your map, and that is to turn them into a love heart. This is a bit of an extension of idea 1. For the cliff formation, I used a 5x5 section, and to get the love heart shape, I'm going to remove these 4 tiles from the back, and then by rounding the corners, I am left with a heart shape. And for the waterfall, I'm going to use this front edge, and this could be really cute if you connected the water into a river on your island, or you could make a whole bunch of hearts in different sizes. And then I ended up adding more water along the left side, and for decorations I tried so hard to get a tree up here, but I just don't think it's possible. But the build does still look really cute with just some furniture, and also if I would have had some ready, you could definitely put shrubs up here as well. I think it's important for me to show you how this looks on the map. It's in the bottom right, and I put the red arrow pointing to it. Mine is quite small, but if you make it bigger or make a lot of them, I think that this could really stand out well on a map and look super cute. This idea is my absolute favourite in this episode. We're going to be making a sunken waterfall, which just looks so majestic and cool. I started with this patch of space that was 3x3 and just put some simple decorations on it. And then we need to build up a pretty big cliff structure all the way around. The concept of this is that you would extend the cliffs out until you're basically working on the second layer of your island, and then you have this patch that is sunken down. I don't have space to really make the second layer as big as I'd want it to be, but yeah, you can definitely make this way larger. When I was working on the front, I left a few tiles of space between the cliffs and my decorations. This is because when you're standing at the front, if the cliff goes all the way up to your furniture, you won't be able to see the pieces right at the front. Once the cliffs are done, we get to do the best part, which is the waterscaping. So I want to place the water inside so that it goes towards the decoration I did, and I put the waterfalls everywhere apart from the front, and it just looked so pretty. This is how the finished Sunken Waterfalls look, and I am just so obsessed. I think it is really, really cute. Last idea, I'm going to create a floating island, and I thought it would be cool to plant some crops in this section to try and show the waterfall being used as a way to keep the crops alive. So after creating this small cliff and placing a 3-tile wide waterfall on it, I tried to get sly out of the way of my build, and then I'm coming through and making almost a little river. And this is the type of thing that you would probably want to link up to a bigger river on your island, but inside it I'm just creating this little floating island space. There was no real plan for this, I just tried to round out the corners wherever it felt appropriate and keep it looking nice and natural. And then I'm going to be using the dark dirt pathing as the base for my crops garden, so a little patch of this should work nicely. I also placed a few random bits of the pathing around my island for some more interest. I'd only grabbed out one set of furniture, so that's why you keep seeing the same items being used in all these builds, but I am just putting some furniture down and around. And then I'm just running as quick as I can to get flowers and shrubs and just anything that I thought would look cute within my garden. I'm planting these down just kind of wherever I felt like, but I tried to keep it balanced between the white flowers and the green ones. I am such a big fan of the white cosmos. And then I also grabbed some green pumpkins and a potato. I tried to pick the more neutral coloured, I guess, of the vegetables. And then here we go, this is the finished garden. I really like how it uses a waterfall, kind of giving it a purpose, which would be to water the crops, I guess, even though literally it won't actually water it for you in-game. But yeah, I really like this build. Okay, those are my 5 ideas for waterfalls in Animal Crossing. This video was really intense to make. It took me such a lot of time to create all the builds and also edit them together. So if you like it, please give me a thumbs up and comment which of the ideas were your favourite. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!